All right. Got quite a few of things going on. First and foremost, before we even dive into the topics that are going to be talked about, I have my own opinions and my own beliefs, so don't fucking get it twisted. Second, anything that is said on here in regards to anybody, you can go fucking deal with it, because I say what the fuck I feel because I'm a goddamn American. I have my First Amendment to say so. I can grieve my my grievances. I can say my grievances towards whatever the fuck I see because I have the ability to do so. Third, in no way, shape, or form do I endorse or give credit to any political candidate fucking running for the United States president position. I don't give a shit, never have, never will, because they do not work for the American people. They work for their bottom fucking line. Somebody's controlling them, saying, do this, do that, etc. It's not a fucking two-party system. It's goddamn... Oh, hey, we're going to say it's a two-party, but you really got the big guys controlling everything. And lastly, we're going to be touching on stuff that I'm fucking noticing. Fuck with the fuck up. First things first on what we are going to discuss. Wrong fucking thing. Here we go. Boom. We are going to talk about this. Destiny 2 to receive a new Crucible mode with vehicles, it's claimed. Posted August 8th, 2 days ago from this date, alright? Destiny 2 is rumored to be getting a new Crucible mode featuring vehicles like tanks, pikes, and interceptors. Looks like Destiny 2 players might soon be riding into battle in style, as new Crucible mode featuring vehicles reported in the works at Bungie. Who's developing this? Any potential former 343 or OG Bungie employees with Halo? That, hey, Pete, you haven't fucking laid off yet? Anybody there doing that shit? Information regarding a vehicle-based Crucible mode comes from an incredible Destiny 2 leaker, Liz. This leak also includes details about the future of Destiny 2, upcoming content packs, and the potential implementation of vehicles in the Crucible mode. What are you gonna have? Fucking big team battle style? Is that what you're gonna do? Combine arms like PvP mode. For a long time, Destiny players had the idea of Crucible mode with vehicles might stir up memories of the combined arms mode from Destiny 1. And I'm gonna let you know, you had people that were working on this shit from Destiny 1 from the OG Halo days. So don't sit there and be like, oh, hey, you know, they're trying to revitalize. Until their CEO's gone and until Sony gets rid of the vice-like grip, they're going to be plummeting. Because right now, I can't continue on with the fucking story of this season. I ain't calling it a fucking act or chapter or whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's a goddamn season split into 3 fucking sections. I can't play that shit until the, what, like fucking 20th or so? Like 20 some odd days, 19, 18, whatever. So I'm time gated on the shit that I can do. And I'm not gonna be going through and grinding through Solstice just for the armor and all the other bullshit. All that up there, I'm content with. I'm fine, alright? Waiting on my 4th raid jacket so I can redo this entire goddamn wall and have everything a better setting. A little bit wired because, yeah, I got some caffeine going. I don't foresee this working out well. I don't. Will I try? I don't fucking know. Alright? But, I mean, I'll take my word for it.
Possible thing that you could learn. Bungie was the way it was because Activision was stopping them from going overboard with monetization. If Activision is the one yanking the chain to stop you from ripping off your players super hard with shitty monetization, you have problems. Remember when Bungie bought themselves out? Remember when they broke away from Activision? What happened to the monetization of the game within 6 months? Go back and look, take off your rose-tinted glasses, and watch what happened to that company within 6 months of breaking away from Activision. Activision was stopping them from over-monetizing. And now what do you have? Layoffs. And everyone mad at one person over it. No. Systemic issue inside of the business.
Hold on. Before we even address that, that was not the entirety of the clip. From the man himself, Piratesoftware, quote, I love it when people make clips of me without the context of the rest of the conversation. This wasn't released or cut by us. We were having a talk about the current Bungie CEO and showing that Bungie has deeper problems than just one person. Bungie broke away from Activision in January of 2019. Bungie then put Destiny 2 as a free-to-play, heavily monetized title on Steam in October 2019. Large shifts take time to turn, so seeing their business model shift 10 months later makes sense entirely. Today we can see that Destiny 2 has a number of DLC, annual passes, in-game currency purchases, and cosmetic packs as the primary income driver. This dramatic shift in monetization is coupled with removing a number of expansions of content during year 4, served to pit a not insignificant amount of the player base against developers. We can see the outcome of this general fan sentiment and in Steam reviews. So yes, their business model changed after the breakaway from Activision, and yes, it led into an area where many players feel negatively about Destiny 2 and its direction. That can only lead to a decline of a studio over time unless they have other games out to absorb the impact. Also, I hate these TikTok impersonation accounts like damn. I will never misquote Piratesoftware because I respect the hell out of the man. I will put his channel in the comments below, or in the fucking description below, so that you guys can understand where I'm coming from on why he talks about this in depth as the way he does. Because he himself is a developer. He is also a coder. He knows how the business models and inner workings of a corporation like Bungie and why they do things the way they do them. So I will put his Twitch in there. Take a look, lurk, listen to what he has to say, because he has some damn good conversations with a lot of people. Also, before we go any further, oh, actually, no, I'll fucking talk about that at the very end. Oh, you thought that it was just, you know, politics and everything, this fucking section. Hell no. We got some other shit to talk about later. Susan Wojcicki, I don't forgive my pronunciation of her. She had passed away with her battle of she had lost her fight with her cancer battle, and with everything that she was able to accomplish and drive forward with what the platform has been able to do, I can tell you now she is sorely going to be missed. And this just isn't, you know, on drama alert. Type her name in the search bar. You will find out that she is passed on. And the day before, their son was found unresponsive in his dorm room. So, Dennis Trooper, heartfelt message from her husband of 26 years, sharing the news of her passing. It is with profound sadness that I share the news of Susan passing. A beloved wife of 26 years and mother to our 5 children left us today. Susan was not just my best friend and partner in life, but a brilliant mind, a loving mother, and a dear friend to many. Her impact on our family and the world was immeasurable. We are heartbroken, but grateful for the time we had with her. Please keep our family in your thoughts as we navigate this time. Yeah. Fuck cancer. Oh, no. Fuck you, dude. She did a lot for the platform, whether you like her or not. She ensured that it didn't go back to its core roots of what it was. She also, and if I'm not mistaken, she also pioneered a lot of the safety algorithms on the site too. If I'm wrong, quote me in the comments with the correct documentation. So that's all I'm gonna say. Like, that's okay. While we're on the topic of things, you all know my stance on radicalized individuals and shit like that. And my stance on an inept government that doesn't identify the issues until it's too late. But it seems the UK government doesn't want people saying some nonsensical bullshit on social media posts. But don't take my fucking word for it. Take the word of this fuck knuckle right here. This chuckle fuck, the chief of police. And hear what the fuck he has to say, alright?
The full force of the law at people. And whether you're in this country committing crimes on the streets or committing crimes from further afield online, we will come after you.
Talk to me about that, because we have seen some high-profile figures whipping up the hatred. You talked about it in there with the officers, in fact, about this being added to by online commentary. I mean, I'm even thinking of the likes of Elon Musk getting involved. What are you considering when it comes to dealing with people who are whipping up this kind of behaviour from behind a keyboard, maybe in a different country?
Being a keyboard warrior does not make you safe from the law. You can be guilty of offences of incitement, of stirring up racial hatred. There are numerous terrorist offences regarding the sort of publishing of material. All of those offences are in play if people are provoking hatred and violence on the streets, and we will come after those individuals just as we will physically confront on the streets the thugs and the obs who are causing the problems for communities.
Okay, here's what I gotta say, chuckle fuck. Alright, to the citizens over in the UK, resist, resist, resist. Take your fucking country back. Oh, and so that we're clear, fuck Knuckle. Let me tell you something. Somebody come knock on my door, they better have level 5 plates. And I'm not talking about Tarkov sense. And they better be quick about it too. This goes directly to every 3-letter agency out there. And yes, I know what the fuck I'm saying. I'm not joking when I say we will make what happened in 1775 look like a fucking walk in the park knocking on my goddamn door and trying that shit in this fucking country. Incite violence? Alright. Bet. Citizens of the UK, take your country back. Incite violence? Go get some guns and stand your fucking ground. How about that for incitement? Hey, chuckle fuck. Mr. What's your fucking name? Probably not even worth mentioning.
Or committing crimes.
What's your fucking name? Where the fuck this idiot is? We will come for you. Alright, bet. Knock on my door. Watch what the fuck happens. I ain't calling 911. I'm calling 811. And I got a perfectly good shovel in the fucking garage. It's not illegal to defend my property against anybody. And by the way, I swore a fucking oath to this country to protect the Constitution of the United States against all fucking enemies, foreign and domestic. If you knock on my door with intent to harm me or my family, I am going to defend them to the fullest extent of my being. That's it. Simple. But I mean, oh, that's misinformation.
News now, and a woman has been arrested by Cheshire Police in relation to an inaccurate information on social media about the attacker in the Southport murders. It says a 55-year-old woman from near Chester was arrested earlier today, Thursday the 8th, of course, on suspicion of publishing written material to stir up racial hatred and false communications. She is currently being held in police custody. Chief Superintendent Alison Ross has also made a statement saying that this is in relation to a post which has been fueled by malicious and the protest rather has been fueled by malicious and inaccurate communications online. It is a stark reminder of the dangers of posting information on social media platforms without checking the accuracy. It's also a warning that we are all accountable for our actions.
That last little bit, hold on, we're gonna go back.
The accuracy. It's also a warning that we are all accountable for our actions.
We are all accountable for our actions. I just wanted to play that back, okay? But I mean, don't take my word for it. An unlikely protest alliance during the Belfast violence. Oh, it happens to be about the fucking violent immigration. You know, the same jackasses that are fucking terrorizing the UK right now? They wanted to do that shit in fucking Ireland. And the police are trying to fuck up and fire the citizens. The fuck? The anti-immigration protesters who caused trouble on the streets of Belfast included British loyalists and Irish nationalists cross-border alliance of extremism. They were brought together by anonymous social media posts and personal contacts in shadowy far-right circles, all right? It is difficult to pinpoint one group or individual behind the protests at Belfast City Centre. The flags, banners, and emblems on display showed a link of loyalism along with far-right extremism from Dublin. Union flags and Irish tricolours were waved side by side before trouble broke out in Belfast Saturday this afternoon. Alright, so it's not without saying that they sick and tired of this shit. They're sick and tired of seeing their country go to shit. They're sick and tired of seeing people murdered in the street with no fucking regard of what law's gonna do. They're sick and tired of it. When the law fails to protect its people, the people have their due diligence to fucking protect their homeland, their people, and their safety. When the law fails to protect its people, the people have the right to defend themselves, their land, and their people. I'm gonna say it one more fucking time. When the law fails to protect its people, the people have the right to protect themselves, their land, and their people. How about that? Choke on that, motherfuckers. You don't fuck with the Irish. You don't fuck with people saying, safety and sanctity of their basic freedoms. You don't. And the UK is saying, though, oh, they're arresting people and everything else. That is a totalitarian state. That's a fucking totalitarian state. I'm sorry. If you are in servitude to the crown, and the crown is not doing a fucking thing, I would seriously be looking for answers. Because I know if I'm in that fucking position, I'm asking questions.
Been committed for sentence, having pleaded guilty to an offence of publishing written material which is threatening, abusive, or insulting, intending thereby to stir up racial hatred. The context of your offending is that it arises out of the civil unrest and disorder in many parts of the United Kingdom. On the night of the 2nd and 3rd of August, the Britannia Hotel in Leeds was attacked by people who threw missiles which damaged windows. The police were called, and on the 3rd of August, the hotel was locked down for the protection of those who were living there. At the time, there were 210 occupants, many of whom were foreign refugees and asylum seekers. Similar attacks to the hotel were launched on the 4th of August. The police attended on each occasion, and units were deployed to safeguard the hotel and to provide an increase in the police presence in the area. In between the two attacks, you took to social media in order to encourage others towards participation in the attacks upon the hotel. As is recognised on your behalf, this offence is so serious that an immediate custodial sentence is unavoidable. Would you stand, please? The sentence that I pass has been reduced by 1/3 to reflect your guilty plea. The sentence is one of 20 months imprisonment. You will serve up to 1/2 of your sentence in custody before you are released on licence. If you fail to abide by the conditions of your licence, you can be returned to prison to serve some or all of the remainder of the custodial term. The victim surcharge will apply, and I will make a collection order.
All right.
You have been committed for sentence, having pleaded guilty to an offence of publishing written material which is threatening, abusive, or insulting,
Okay, threatening, abusive, or insulting. So, let me get this straight, pop as fuck. Take a fucking wig off for one. Be a man about it. This ain't, this 17th century where the court dictates what people got to say. Understand one thing. People have a right, a fucking right, to say what they feel about the current situations going on. And your inept ass and your entire inept fucking leadership doesn't want to address the fucking issues because y'all are too goddamn spineless to fucking do so. On top of that, this issue's been going on for fucking years! And y'all don't want to address the fucking basics! It starts with mass immigration that's not being checked. Okay? My state, Texas, fucking checked that shit at the border. Over in Eagle Pass. Our governor deployed the fucking Texas National Guard. DC said get rid of it. We said, fuck you. They still over in Eagle Pass. I dare. I hope and fucking pray somebody tries that shit with me. Because I'm going to say straightforward, like, you can go fuck yourself and anybody put some fucking cuffs on me, I'm going to break their goddamn arm. You're going to have to kill me to silence me. Simple. I'm putting it like that. I'll say it straight to this little fuckhead's face. I'll say it to any judge's face. I'll say it to any person within authority. I'll say it to their face. You will have to kill me to silence me. Because if I'm in, if I'm in front of this guy, I'm not gonna be able to maintain my composure. Dude looks like a fucking tool. I'm sorry. Not really. I'm not sorry. He looks like a fucking tool, okay? Let me know which one of the big three fucking families is pulling the strings. Rothschild, Bilderberg, or the fucking Soros family. Because God knows they own England as well. Oh, did I say something wrong? I don't know. Maybe that might be owned by BlackRock. Ooh. Oh no, seriously, man. UK has fallen so fucking far. And it's only getting worse. It is only getting worse over the world. I, at one point, wanted to go visit Europe. Wanted to go visit the UK. Wanted, save up and go on an overseas vacation. But assholes like this reading fucking charges on a post and their feelings are hurt. Oh, but he's inciting violence. Okay. If your feelings are hurt that fucking bad by mere words that you want to go burn shit down, that's a you problem. Alright? What I'm saying offends you so fucking much, that's a you problem. That's not a me problem. I'm just saying what I feel. Okay? If your opinion is, oh, don't say that, blah, 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 that's on you, not on me. And quite frankly, if your feelings are hurt towards what I have to say, I don't fucking care. Alright? I don't. What I say is what I say, and it's how I am. Alright? I don't fucking care. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Hang on. Over. Yep. Over. Yep. Move this over. Nope. Nope. Yep. We'll move this over. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, cool. This way they're in, they're, in order of what I want to talk about. I'm not gonna play this because I've seen people's brains being blown out on video and IRL, like real life. I've seen people being shot. I've seen people hanged. I've seen people stabbed. I've seen a lot. Okay, I in no way could fathom why people would want to coexist with this. A mob of 1,500 Islamists attacked only Hindu family of the village in Sarganal. Excuse me if I butcher this. In Sarganal, Zuri, Upazila, Movi Bazar. They raped his wife and daughter in front of him. He jumped into a pond to save his life, but Jahil jihadis stoned him to death. This is the reality of a minority Hindu inside a Muslim majority country. I'm going to backtrack on that last statement. It is on the majority of a Muslim majority country under the Islamic principle of killing those who do not align with your views. I'm a Christian. I'm a work in progress. I have a mouth on me and I'll fire off at the hip, and I have a fucking switch that'll go from 0 to 1,000 real fucking fast. I don't give a shit what religious principles you follow or what type of God you worship. But in this day and age, if you're following the teachings of a book that says stone them to death, and your religion calls for violence, I have an issue with your religion being called the religion of peace. Time and time and motherfucking time again, I see the same thing all around. Oh, Islam's a religion of peace. All right, let's take a look over here. Village burned to the ground by Islamists. Islamists raise money for refugees and the homeless. Islamists bombed the capital. Islamists do good. Islamists did bad. And this is it, this goddamn thing! I don't get it. That's the dawn of fucking time. Like, people have had bitter differences, but if your religion's calling to stone people to death that are not of your following, that's a fucked up issue. But this isn't just the only one. I'm not playing this. I'm not playing this either. A group of Muslims capture a Hindu girl in Bangladesh, insult her, and then drown her. Listen to this guy.
Is a war on Muslims. A war on There is a war on Muslims, a war on Arabs, a war on Jews, a war on Hindus. In Bangladesh, over 100 Hindus were senselessly murdered for not being Muslim. Ay ya Muslimin, ya Ummah, your hypocrisy knows no bounds. But don't worry, because Abu Baklawa is here. And I'm going to give you a little bit slap of reality. How come when Muslims in the name of Allah go on proud killing rampages and post it to the internet, do you waddle in silence? How come the only deaths that matter these days are for those who identify as Palestinian? Is it because saying that objectively the #1 enemy of Muslims around the world are fellow Muslims? In the last 24 hours, 119 people have been killed in the violence and attacks on Hindu temples in Bangladesh. Where is your condemnation? Where is your all eyes on Dhaka? Where the f are you? I know exactly where you are. You are way too busy bathing in your own hypocrisy. The same way that you fail to recognize that Bangladeshi Hindus predate your existence in that land by thousands of years. Before the peaceful conquest of death, rape, and murder that brought your religion to their land is the same exact way us Jews feel when we hear you chanting Free Palestine. We see right through you and your bullshit. We know that you don't know your own history. And we stand with our Hindu brothers and sisters today. To the Muslims and all the Free Palestine idiots around the world, prove me wrong. Prove to me that you aren't just a bunch of brain-dead zombie people. It would be nice if you at least pretended to give a shit.
And you wonder why I don't support Free Palestine. You fucking wonder why. He said everything on the fucking nail. He said everything that needed to be said in a minute and a half. 90 seconds. He said everything that fucking needed to be said because people's hypocrisy knows no motherfucking bounds. Fuck, man. Again. More rights in the UK after seeing them arrest people for Facebook. For a Facebook post. For a fucking Facebook post. On this same fucking issue. Here's the thing. They ain't got guns. So what are they gonna grab? Anything they can fucking grab. Good. When the cops come in like fucking Nazis and start rounding motherfuckers up, y'all are gonna wish your government didn't disarm you. Oh, how dare you say that? Look at the citizen. Citizens can't carry firearms. Citizens can't carry enemies to defend themselves. They can't even carry a blade. But yet, attackers don't give a shit because they don't follow the fucking law. Now, here's a couple issues with this one. She is royalty. She's trying to appease different demographics. Here's why I have a fucking issue with oligarchs. Most people would consider this exchange rude. And the Islamic customs and faith, and I'm speaking on how it's actually perceived, okay? Men do not touch women that they are not related to, especially in the presence of their husbands. I agree with that. Because him outreaching and shaking her hand is an insult in his eyes to her husband. Not the fact that she's a woman. Not the fact that he's the prince. It's not the fact that they're royalty. It's the fact of the respect that he has towards the principles and foundation of marriage. I wholeheartedly agree with that shit. I agree with that shit wholeheartedly. And yes, I'm a fucking firecracker at times. I can go off the rails, fire off like that very fucking fast, bring it back down to, you know, level 10. I agree with him saying, thank you. Gesture to his heart, which is far more, admirable. It's like, nice to meet you. And hell, in every single country around the world, sign language, this is friend. You'd be surprised how many contractors we had overseas that didn't speak English, but they would do this. My friend, my friend. It's has nothing to do with him being rude. It has everything to do with being respectful. However, in the same sense of being respectful and flipping the coin again on extremists in Islam, okay? They want Sharia law. And I've had people say, oh, Sharia law ain't bad. In Arabic, Sharia literally means the clear, well-trodden path to water. Sharia acts as a code for a living that all Muslims should adhere to, including prayers, fasting, and donations to the poor. It aims to help Muslims understand how they should lead every aspect in their lives according to God's wishes. Okay, cool. It categorizes, all right, what's prohibited under Sharia law? Music, drinking, gambling, entertainment, everything. Categorize all means into 5 distinct categories. Obligatory, recommended, permitted, discouraged, and forbidden. The giving and receiving of interest, riba, extremely risky investments, gambling, prostitution, and alcohol consumption are prohibited. And I'm going to tell you straightforward. For a handful of specific crimes, the punishment is fixed. Had death for apostasy, amputation of the hand for theft, and the hand and foot for highway robbery. Death by stoning for extramarital sexual relations when the offender is married, and 100 lashes when the offended is unmarried. 8 lashes, and I'm not going to continue. Does Sharia law violate human rights? They violate and practice human rights. For instance, women are discriminated by the Sharia councils, and marital rape is not recognized as rape. No, it is 100% fucking rape. The application of Sharia law is also an issue in some territories of the Russian Federation, such as Chechnya. And we have people calling for this. Not my state.
State legislators in Texas passed a version of the much-debated American Law for American Courts bill. The bill bans Muslim Sharia law within the state, as well as certain practices that contradict American law. It was filed by Representative Dan Flynn after several court cases denied restraining orders or ruled against victims in domestic disputes because those individuals cited their Sharia law practices. Although many Muslim activists oppose the legislation, it's been voted for by both the House, the State House and Senate, and it will now head to the governor's desk for a signature.
That will get passed, and if you don't fucking like it, leave. Take your bullshit practice and fucking leave. Sharia law has no business being here in this country. It does not align, coincide, or is in any way, shape, or compatible with the Constitution and the Bill of fucking Rights in the United States of America. Take your bullshit and fucking leave. And if anybody, so help me, if anybody has any goddamn inkling to say anything on this fucking matter or has an issue with my wording, I'm gonna tell you straightforward. I don't give a shit. This is my home. This is my state. This is my country that I served for 9 years, and I refuse to see it go to shit because some people's inclinations feel like they outweigh others. Go fuck yourself. Now, we're gonna talk about this for a minute because oh boy had an interview with Trump.
Trainwrecks is right. Y'all all got some shit on you and I can't wait for it to drop. Can't fucking wait. Holy shit. Bro, I'm so excited. I can't wait. Oh my God. Hassan, I cannot wait for that. Oh, bro. I'm praying, yo. I'm praying to God your shit leaks this year. I will put, bro. I will pay $1 million. Whoever finds the shit on him, $1 million. Swear to God. I locked. I'm praying, bro. Trainwrecks is right.
And here's the thing. Every big streamer that is a controversial streamer has some dirt on them buried. They don't want being found. Tell me though, I'm fucking wrong though. And here's the core root as to why he's so fucking pissed off at Aiden is because he was in the spotlight for motherfucking years. And he's a political commentator. He's a political streamer. And he couldn't get any figure within the political spectrum to come on his podcast. I don't know. Maybe not be such a fucking piece of shit and people might actually respond to you. And Kai wouldn't have said what he said if somebody didn't fucking tell him. Kamala Harris campaign claims they did not contact Kai Senate or his team via TMZ. Then why the fuck did he mention it? Reviews motherfuckers the biggest Twitch streamer on the goddamn platform. Apparently, no one from Harris's campaign has contacted Kai or his team. According to TMZ, Kai's team has been talking to a third-party group in ties with the DNC convention in Chicago, but they're not including Harris's campaign. However, if it's the DNC convention in Chicago, they all coordinate back to Harris. So there is a connectivity there. And he doesn't want it. Much like him.
But I will tell you one thing. Yo, Kamala Harris, stop hitting my team, you and the Secret Service, to do a stream. I am not doing a stream with any politicians, bro. Yo, Secret Service, stop hitting my fucking team.
Look for the sub.
I'm not doing any stream, bro. Stop.
They're reaching out to influencers and streamers to try to bolster the thing. Here's a fucking thing I'd love to say. I'd absolutely fucking love for any political figurehead, Republican, Democrat, Independent, reach out to me. Reach out to me because you can hand me a script. I'm gonna rip that bitch in fucking half. I'm gonna be like, so what's your stance on immigration? What's your solution to fix it? And they get some bullshit. I'm like, that didn't answer my question. What's your solution to fix it? You have another fucking bullshit answer. Are you not going to answer my question instead of spouting out some nonsensical bullshit on what you've been programmed to say? Or are you actually fucking adult enough to do the fucking job? I'm telling you, I would fucking bet within 10 minutes this interview's over. Why are you running? I'll be streaming this shit. I'll fucking record. I don't give a shit, dude. I'll record it, post it. They're like, oh, that's defamation. Nope, that ain't defamation. Because I would even tell them at the beginning, by the way, this is going to be recorded. Now, here's something I want you to notice. Colonel Joseph found a homeless person, decided to give them a Popeye's biscuit before they started tweaking right after. Steak. These cops were pulled over by police who were filming for the TV show Cops, but the police kept getting mad at them because they weren't taking them serious. And trolling the whole time. Steak. Oh, there's a third one somewhere. No. Alright. I've been seeing a bunch of these steak clips popping around, and it feels like they're just trying to get more notoriety, more people to come to their stuff and everything. It's stupid marketing. Listen to this though, okay? Here's what I was talking about with Hassan and Babe with the previous one. I couldn't find this in the order.
Closet, bro. You got some crazy skeletons in the closet, bro. I know for a fact you do. Right? Chat, I'm not joking, bro. His dad was filthy rich. His dad is filthy fucking rich. Get off my community's dick. Y'all are mad. Hassan, you've been in politics for 15 years. You can't get a president stream. You can't get a stream from a candidate. You can't. You know why? Because nobody fucking likes you. Chat, I'm just speaking facts. I don't even do politics and I got a stream with the president. Ha! He's mad. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry, bro, but it's the truth. Like, goddamn, motherfucker, you're getting mad. Closet, bro.
Like, seriously. Love him or fucking hate him. He's right. He doesn't do politics. I've lurked in his channel for an entire stream. It was mind-numbing, but I wanted to hear what the fuck he had to say. He bounces all over the place, sort of like I do on this fucking echo chamber and everything else. And he's got thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands going through. And you know, coming through and everything else. Like, it's insane to me that this motherfucker Doesn't do any goddamn political bullshit. It gets upstream with the 45th president of the United States, former President Donald Trump. And people are pissed off that have been in politics for 15 plus years. Can't do that shit. Because, literally, nobody fucking likes you. Like, seriously. Hassan. Nobody fucking likes you. Nobody liked the show Young Turks either. If they did, it would have been canceled. Oh, man. Everyone keeps asking, how did this Tim Walz guy even get elected? Let me explain. Democrats own the local media here in Minnesota. Watch as Dr. Scott Jensen is killing this interview. And right as Jensen calls out the media for carrying water for Walz, they cut his feed. I was like, that's crazy.
The governor has agreed to a debate on October 28th. You're not thrilled about that.
As you and I both know that that's a sham. Early voting starts in less than 3 weeks. Come on. What's happening is Tim Walz wants to have one debate as late as he can, potentially after 50% of Minnesotans have voted, and say, see, all the major news programs understand that I've had a debate. At this time, 4 years ago, Tim Walz had participated in 4 debates. He's absolutely been shutting them down. He wants to do this one debate so far into it, just before Halloween, and you know that he's actually using you to put out his message that I want to debate. He doesn't want.
Still alive. Time.
Looks like we lost that feed right there. You were just hearing from Dr. Scott Jensen, and we're going to continue to update you online on this ongoing election. Okay, there is.
That's insane. So go back a couple of years where they said, oh, they don't own the media. This is the moment they cut it.
Just before Halloween, and you know that he's actually using you to put out his message that I want to debate. He doesn't want.
The moment he mentioned he's using you to put out his message, they're like, cut it. Don't tell me the reason why they don't cover certain topics is because it doesn't fit the fucking narrative. It did fit the narrative, so they fucking cut it. Oh my god. Tim Walz claimed he retired as a sergeant major. First and foremost, he retired as a master sergeant. And he deployed to Iraq. No, fuck boy, you did. Fiction. Tim Walz retired because he knew he was going to deploy to Iraq. Bullshit. Tim submitted his retirement request to the U.S. Army National Guard months prior to notification of his unit's deployment. His unit was fully source staffed and his request was approved. He retired in May 2005. Tim Walz using his rank he didn't attain, and that's still a valor. Bullshit. And the Minnesota National Guard says bullshit. It's entirely accurate to describe Tim as having been a command sergeant major, the rank which he served. And the Minnesota National Guard has emphasized in public statements that he can be referred to as such. Take a look. 17, he joined the Army National Guard. Retired Sergeant Major, Republican Vice President. Minnesota National Guard clarified that Walls had several positions culminating his career as a command sergeant major. However, he retired at the lower master sergeant rank because he didn't complete the proper coursework. He did not retire as a command sergeant major. He retired as a fucking master sergeant, an E8, not an E9. He retired as a master sergeant, not as a sergeant major. He did not. I'm sorry. When you retire as something else, you're not what you say. Just like certain individuals want to claim, oh, I was a dedicated crew chief on a B-2 bomber. I served for 8 years. Yet your fucking service record only shows 11 months, fuckhead. Like, seriously. Don't sit there and claim to, you know, be something you're not. You can pull up my service. You can even look it up on the SCRA. I started from June 6th, June 12th, 2006 to... I can't fucking remember the exact date, but July of 2015. I think it was 8th, maybe? July 8th. I even have my honorable discharge up on my wall. So I know it's there. I'm bad with certain dates. Certain ones I'm good with. I deployed to Iraq in 2009. I deployed to Afghanistan in 2011. I got out as a sergeant in E5. I still have the chevrons on my uniforms. Anyways, before we dive into this, Jesse Ventura. Let's take a look at this guy. Jesse motherfucking Ventura. Alright. Served the Navy from 69 to 75. Battle wars. Down there. Hang on. Did he deploy? Served during the Vietnam War, but did not see combat. A couple other topics that I have an issue with. You say not to criticize vets, but you have the fucking balls to do this. All we have to do is just ask for the bar or anybody for the fucking footage. Or whether or not you got socked in the fucking mouth by a fellow SEAL. Somebody who had more distinguished honor than you did. Kyle wrote in his book that in 2006 he punched out Scruffface, later identified as Ventura, for making disparaging remarks during the wake of a former SEAL at a California bar. He claimed that Ventura expressed a desire for SEALs to die in Iraq. Ventura denied the remarks or that the incident happened at all. I would absolutely love for the bar to pull that footage. I would love for the bar to pull that footage. Because if it's one thing to say, oh, hey, scrap that from the book. It's another for you to sue his family after he's dead. You waited. until his passing to go after his family. So I have an issue with you. And don't criticize vets. Man, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, dude. I'll criticize you every single fucking way I want. You never fucking even saw combat, and you want to claim, oh, well, I was a... Yeah, you were a fucking paperwork seal. Shut the fuck up, bitch. And this asshole.
More conversations, even like the ones we're having right here. Though I disagree with what you've said, we've disagreed. We've also kind of just slightly realized that we could turn that beach ball just a little bit and see a different panel. See a different point of view.
Commonality.
She is really focused on trying to make America understand that what unites us is far greater than what divides us. As a mass, and we ought to pay attention to those people on the fringes who are taking away the wrong message. Those people who have some form of mental illness who are taking away the wrong message, saying that if my side doesn't win, then burn the whole thing down. We can't do this. We've got to remember, you know, folks like me, and we've probably got 40 million veterans alive. The majority of them put their hand up in the air and said, I do solemnly swear and affirm that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Period. That's what we believe in. That's why I put a uniform on. To protect this for your generation, for your generation. Let's start focusing on how we protect this and stop firing up those idiots who really think that they can. Because at the end of the day, what do you want? You want to eat out of a garbage can? Because that's what's going to happen. If we go to a civil war, remember, more deaths in the American Civil War than any other conflict since.
So, yeah, people posting their grievances on Facebook and stuff like that is inciting violence, but, you know, you have a fellow vet himself who served in the Navy, fucking Montel Williams, saying, do you want to go to the Civil War? Remind me what the fuck happened in 2016. When Hillary Clinton lost. How many cities were burning? Oh, you can say, oh, well, what happened in January 6th? Oh, you had feds embedded within the crowds trying to get them riled up. And some of them not wanting to go through with the Capitol. You had Antifa in the crowd breaking windows over in Capitol Hill. Nancy Pelosi not wanting to activate the guard. The D.C. mayor saying activate them and everything else. This has all been shown, by the way. But remind me what happened in 2016. When Hillary Clinton lost. How many fucking cities were on fire? Quite a fucking few. All because they didn't like Trump and when he announced he was running for president. Everybody had no problem with him being as, you know, a billionaire private citizen. Somebody running his own company and TV shows. Nobody had an issue with him then. But lo and behold, moment he announces, I'm running for president. Oh, he's bad. Give me a fucking break. The only reason why you guys don't like him is because he's somebody who understands more than people give him credit for. And the fact that he was trying to better this nation in a way that was never seen before, running it like an actual goddamn business. The elites that control everything. I absolutely am baffled. But anyways, that's it for this. Yes, I know it was fiery as fucking hot and heavy and a bunch of topics. I'm live Monday through Friday, unless I have an appointment on that day, over on Twitch and SharePlay. I'm still trying to save up to do the rebrand. Once I have enough funds and everything else with the rebrand, then I will be doing all that. And I'll announce it on live on stream and everything else. Also, oh yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. One more item. One more motherfucking item. All right. This is my Twitch dashboard. This account, that one's been gone. This account, and this account. All the same motherfucker that I've been dealing with for the past 3 fucking years. He decided to show his face again by creating some more bullshit accounts. Luckily, Twitch is on top of the shit, so I ain't gotta worry about much. I'm gonna be real. I'm waiting for I'm waiting for one fucking message to legitimately come across the channel, and I'll deal with it however I see fit. One message. That's it. All I'm waiting on, dude. One fucking message. I already warned him. I already warned him about things. So it's not like, you know, I hadn't already gone through and told him everything that that had happened. I, you know, can just easily be forgiven. But, or, you know, forgotten. I mean, I did forgive him for what he did in the past. But, I mean, the last message I sent him was... this. Drag it over. Well, throughout all the BS crap you put myself, my family, community throughout the past 3+ years, and despite your willingness not to leave me alone, to do inexplicable things, threaten me with every aspect and being absolutely horrendous towards me, I didn't say what I'm gonna say. I won't forget, but I do forgive you. This in no way means that everything is right now. I forgive you for being how you are when you could have been more respectful. I forgive you for what you've done and forgive you for what you will do. I am going to mention this once and once only. Any communication from this point beyond between the two of us are done. This wasn't easy for me to do either. I really do hope you find peace and clarity and change how you are. Final message I'm sending you. Hope you have some deep reflections. Hope you have a good life. That was the final message to him. And I already told him, I'm not fucking around anymore. One cross message, lawyers. And then they can deal with it. I'll just continue doing my thing. But no, that's it for this episode. Monday through Saturday on Twitch and SharePlay. Links are in the description. I'll put Piratesoftware's link down below as well. And yeah, I'll take care. Bye.